So it's been quite interesting learning about pruning trees. Basically, I took a before and after picture, and then I would post it in various groups on Facebook and ask for critique on my cutting skills. This was one that went half and half. Some people were saying that it was probably completely dead. I would assume it's this part, because it had the most dead branches. So out of curiosity, I left some of these to see if they will actually blossom. So this one went a bit half and half. Down here, we had a pear tree, and the more I was cutting, the more I was realizing that the wood was dry and dead. So we cut it down almost completely, but we left the two trunks to see if they would be able to revive at some point. This is a plum tree. I mean, basically all the trees looked like bushes before because they were not maintained at all. So that's what it looks like. This was the really tall olive tree that again looked like a bush. All of this came off of the bottom and around here, a little bit off the top as well, just to avoid it growing over this one, which is kind of ugly, but the sound, yeah, I love the sound it makes in the wind. Here we have the fig tree. I wasn't sure at all how much to cut, so I went on the moderate side and just got off these really tall pieces that were just shooting straight up, because that's going to be difficult to pick the fruit later. And we actually put some of these in potting soil to see if they would grow. We have another big olive tree. I actually have to trim this one down quite a bit. The lemon tree is doing just fine, doesn't need any help from me. But yeah, we'll trim that down when it's the right time. This one absolutely looked like a proper bush before, and now you can actually see the branches. Same thing with this laurel. What's that? Bay leaf. Also, look like all that stuff was just crowding down here. Just cleaned it up. A lot of infestation and also a lot of soot from the barbecue that they've had here just covered the entire plant. So cleaned up pretty nicely. Looks like a miniature tree. And then we got the last one, the olive tree. And again, cut it down quite a bit to allow some powerful growth later on this year. We got a lot of olive trees everywhere. Almond and olives, that's basically what we have mostly. Next week we're gonna start taking down the fence, because it's not legal to have a large fence like this with a tiny hole that doesn't allow the animals to pass through, because this is after all an agricultural area, so gotta abide by the laws. Oh, I forgot this tiny little citrus thing. It's not doing well at all. If you have any advice how to revive it, do let me know. Right, and down here we decided that we're gonna put a pond. It's gonna reach basically from next to the big tree over here, like from here all the way over here. It's gonna be approximately 15 meters, 12 to 15 meters long and 8 meters wide. And it's going to host a wide variety of aquatic plants, and to contribute to the biodiversity of the area. Whew. All right, let's get to work. It's still a bit cold, but I took a bunch of plants in various states of living or dead. This is thyme, rosemary, tomato, loofah. I just want to see how it will behave. Just putting it in the ground here, along with some compost. Right now we're experimenting, trying to bring some life to the soil. Now this is basically just sand sand clay. So what I've done in various places of the property with various types of soil and organic material, I've planted some random things. In this case, some ivy, some English ivy. I'm hoping it'll take root. Like I said, it's just an experiment. If this doesn't work, I would like to fertilize the soil more, work it up a bit, and use a seed mix to cover it up. And hopefully those plants would push some nitrogen into the soil, put the root system in, and ba-boom, no more sandy clay, more organic matter. Happy days. The missus kept busy today with these tiny aloe veras. Apparently it's a tiny version of an aloe vera. Either way, cute. So here are experiments. My poor dying chili. I got thyme, rosemary, cutting rosemary. We got English ivies over there. Let's see. Over here we got an English ivy too. So the soil changes a lot here because it has a lot more organic matter, and here it's like a forest floor. There we go. Stevia, English ivy, lavender. Getting smothered by the falling debris while I was pruning this bad mother lover. It is like, I don't know, 10 meters tall? It's tall. Pruning, and here's an experiment with the olive tree. Feel free to let me know if this is a complete disaster. There are a lot of suckers just popping up from here like crazy. So rather than try to cut all of them, which is really difficult, that's what they look like, kind of. Cover them with some mulch, pour some water on it, and hopefully they will die off, and hopefully it won't affect the trunk around here with any type of infestation or humidity damage. Shouldn't, but what do I know? I work with computers.